this is your favorite curator, the digital collectible curator, and NFT means, I mean, like, it's a slippery slope, right? Let's just like cut it to the chase. It's hard to make like some kind of a like good prediction on beforehand how a fresh NFT mint will perform in the future, right? I think like we can kind of agree on that. Most people, they follow influencers. Most people, they just like follow hype. Most people end up basically minting like the wrong kind of projects, right? So that's why me, the NFT cat, decided like I want to just like share how I tackle these kind of issues, like what my kind of playbook is to, I mean, like, you're never gonna eradicate the risk, but you might definitely mitigate the risk, right? So having said that, this is, boom, 6 things to look for when collecting new mints. Again, you'll never really know what's going to happen, but you can make somewhat of a guesstimate. You can mitigate like a little bit of risk right here and there. So first off, and I mean, like, this one is so important. Who is the team? What is their track record? Are they new players within the space without any track record? Are they anonymous? Or rather, are they some of like the past, like previous teams who have like a great history of like designing like good art, right? This should be your number one question, in my opinion, right? I'm not saying like this is like the most important, but it's up there, right? If you can track down the way like a team behaved in the past, then more than likely that will be replicated in the future, right? There's no guarantees in this game, but if a team has like a track record of like doing good work, odds are that they would do good work yet again. If a team has a track record of just like minting, getting in the mint funds, and just leaving on to the next project, you might decide for yourself, well, I don't like these odds, right? I'll just like see what this one goes like, and I'll just like move on afterwards. But you might want to like save yourself a headache by just doing like due diligence on the individuals within the team. On to the next. Does the art have identity? And I think like this one is, I don't think it's equally important, but like I do think it's super important though. And why is that? Because like you want art to be unique, right? You don't want a derivative at the end of the day who is just a shittier version of the original art. I'm just saying it like it is, folks, right? Because like art should stand alone, right? You should not like piggyback on like the work of like someone else, right? Art should be like unique enough to where you could like recognize it like from a mile away, like this is this collection, this is that collection. That's whatever is just like, it's really like the lifeblood of like these kind of things. I've said the same about like community, right? But like fact is like, if the art is not really recognizable or unique, then it just like blends away like in like the big masses, right? Like Matlats look nothing like other NFT art, right? DGOTs neither, Bored Apes neither. I mean, like, it should have identity, and so should your new mints. This one is super, super, super important. Are people talking about it without incentives, right? Like, paid shills, like they have their time and place, right? Like you want people to basically have like shine like a spotlight on whatever community makes sense. But if you do your due diligence and you're like, you know what, it seems to me that any interaction I see on social media are probably paid shills to begin with, then you should just ask yourself, like, okay, so who's going to mint this? Right? Is there like any real community forming? Right? It's just something to keep track of, really, because at the end of the day, if every interaction is paid for, then that means that no one cares about it organically, right? Just something you should decide for yourself. But like you should see some kind of a organic community forming. Now, is there like a core community forming? This is like basically what I alluded to in like the past one, right? Like to where like are like all of the interactions, are they like shilled? Is there like a group of individuals actually starting to like care about this project before it's even live, right? And more than that, like where does this core community stem from, right? Like are they just like flippers? Are they looking to just like get in and get out like soon? Or are like what are the odds of them being like collectors who are looking to just like build upon like their nice collection as time goes on, right? This is for you to like decide like, hey, what kind of like fellow collectors would you like to see within your own new ecosystem, right? It's just like something to be aware of. um Communities should be forming. You should see like some of like the same names like reacting on their like Twitter posts, on like Discord, etc., etc. So yeah, long-term vision, I think like this one is like another one which might be up there with like some of like the most important aspects. What is the long-term vision, right? Like do we have like a horizon to where there's some kind of a mission, right? Or is there like a horizon of like art upgrades? Is there a horizon which could be extending like over a year, right? Like would this be like a long-term project at the end of the day, or is it just like good art and nothing is known, right? Because like at the end of the day, you want people to care on the long term, right? How is that like being formed? By giving them like enough to care about for the long term, really, right? So there should be something which makes them unique. There should be some kind of a vision. There should be some kind of a mission. Like there should be something on the longer term, which is a lot more than just we're going to mint, period. Right? I think like that's kind of clear right now. Oh, geez. What happened here? Okay, I mean, like, I'll just do it like this. How is the mint going? No, I mean, like, this is like a little cheat code right here, right now, right? I would not necessarily be like the first one to click the mint button when like the mint is opening, unless if you would see, obviously, like the mint is like getting minted out, like in like hours, minutes. We've seen like some crazy things, but like we've also seen some crazy things in like a bad manner, right? To where some like minted projects have been minting for months, meaning that like all of the liquidity of anyone who ever bought something has been locked for like quite the big time, right? So how is the mint going? Like if you're gonna mint, I would very much like recommend like you probably be want to be like one of the later ones to mint, or you want to like if not, it should be because like you're risking of not having a minting allocation to begin with, right? Um this is just, I mean, like to me, like this is just like such an easy play, as in like if you're considering it to be a risk that they would not mint out, which is like a real risk within like this NFT climate we're in right here, right now, then you might want to just wait until like odds are that we're going to be minted out soon. If they're never going to mint out, then you might have just lost your funds because then the collection would never come to fruition, right? Or like it, you'd have like, even if like they would like take measurements, you probably have a lot of people who just don't want to be in this collection anymore and who would like to just like dump their asset as soon as they possibly can. So for now, folks, I think like that's pretty much it. Like these are like just like a handful of things like I keep into account when I'm minting like new collections. I do think it's incredibly important to just like do some due diligence, right? Like I think like the ones I just highlighted are like a great set which will help you down the line. But let me know in the comments, right? Like, is there anything, are there like any like arguments or like points I missed? Let me know. Like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys like tuning in. I'm peering out and on to the next one. Cheers.